hopefully you had a fun Halloween yesterday. Let's see here. Yeah, hopefully you had a fun Halloween out there. Yeah, yesterday was kind of rough. My ISP was sending emails. Sorry about this, sorry about that. Not only that, I got muted and didn't take it off, and I didn't notice till it was way later. So, So anyway, I'm gonna make sure the audio is set correctly now. I think it is. So yesterday we learned from Nefer, a bunch about Rerir and Conria. There was stuff that Dainsleif didn't know, and exactly, or it's still a little fuzzy exactly what happened, but it just seems like this abyss is run by a malevolent entity that seems to tempt people who have the right motivation. So, for whatever reason, it took an interest in Rerir, and bad stuff happened, and the Abyss took advantage of that. It makes me wonder if the same thing happened to the Abyss sibling, where it just basically said, "Hey, they've got a problem. I can solve it if you let me help you." That old chestnut. So we'll see where this goes. So yeah, I'm picking up right after all that stuff. Oh yeah, and also we learned a lot about Nefer herself, like where she came from. Yeah, she's definitely on the desert side of Sumeru, and she went to the academia for a little bit, but was disappointed. We got some side stuff on Cyrus and Sino. Why Cyrus lives a little bit the way he is, and why he really championed Sino. And I wonder if this even applies to Lisa too. Well, we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, after all that, after yeah, I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Yeah. Well, as usual, if you like what you see, please follow, like, subscribe. I am looking for followers on Twitch. I need some subscribers on YouTube. Just trying to do this in my spare time, not trying to take over the content world or anything like that. But it's always nice to have some options and flexibility in this. So anyway, here we go. I'm gonna try to push through the Archon quests, the rest of Act 4, and see where we end up, and maybe give some thoughts along the way. Okay, here we go. Make sure I've got everything set. I'm gonna pin some notes. Give me a moment. Pin that. Okay, hopefully this goes better than yesterday, because I keep getting some weirdness. I'm not sure where it's coming from. So, all right, here we go. Wish me luck. Here we go. Okay.
Mind the side effects.
I suspect if I go out the door, the crew's gonna be here. We're gonna talk, because yeah, the other interesting thing, before I continue, the other interesting thing, and they're doing this specifically for building tension and building tension and mystery, where it's like Varka discussed with the Traveler, hey, this is what we should do, and Traveler was like, no, we should do it this way. So I got the feeling Traveler is going to take care of something personally, so that's the hook into the game or into the story. So, all right, here we go. Okay, what are we doing?
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question before we take action. How can we be sure that our enemy won't leave the designated area?
Great question. Albedo's been hard at
too.
work analyzing Rerir and the Wild Hunt's behavioral patterns. His conclusions are as follows. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Rerir has never displayed any ability to manipulate the dimension of space. So it's unlikely he has any power in that domain.
Okay.
Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. If we put him in a fight-or-flight situation, he'll choose to fight every time.
I think that's reasonable.
Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, he is consumed by hatred, both for the moon and for his enemies. Turns out, we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy who accessed his private memories without permission. He'll be baying for blood, not looking to escape.
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all seem like valid observations to me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does. Once again, if anybody sees anything wrong, please leave a comment or something in chat so I can fix it. Need to get better at this. Need to get better at this.
Understood. Then I will defer to the verdict of the group.
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full detail. Albedo and Durin are carrying out their part as we speak.
Oh, they're already off and doing
Plan
something.
approved. Scheduling.
Okay, any firepower you need, I got you covered. Let's light this baby up.
Okay, that's funny. There's something funny about that line.
The Frost
coming from-
Moon Scions
I know.
are behind you as well.
And the rest of you?
Sure, travelers on per penny per pound.
No objections? All right, then it's settled. This is the plan we're going with. Next up, an old tradition of mine. Anyone who wants to back out, now's your chance.
Wait, we can still back out of this?
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes before their brain had time to think things through.
Okay.
A very people-first approach. I hear that's common practice in the Knights of Favonius.
Heh. Who'd you hear it from? D-Luke?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl, please and thank you.
Oh. Other people in this room don't know who that is, so
This
don't worry.
plan can only work if everyone does their part. Flins and I will absolutely support it.
We shall indeed. You'll be glad you accepted our help. Also, you are the last person I expected to see here, Miss Dory.
Yes, that's true.
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually call me Lord Sangama Bay. So, the longer your name, the higher your net worth. Is that the idea here? In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know your full name. It's...
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Oh. So Flins has a different name. I wonder if they're gonna go with that mythology where knowing someone's real name.
Okay,
They're speaking
fine.
it as
I'm
especially
actually
with
only here as a
magical.
favor for someone else. Do you have any idea how much it would cost to hire me otherwise?
Knowing, or especially for some magical aligned entities, knowing their real name, full real name, carries weight and power. So Flins is not his real name. So
Oh, does this mean someone out there actually has the power to boss Dory around? It
Death.
most certainly does not.
The threat of
We
time.
have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours.
She's actually the mom of a friend of yours.
Said mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole business in Nodcry is gonna go down the drain.
But yeah, that was her. Dory gave Nefer the trinket that she used to have at the end of the...
Okay. So what exactly
Looking
is
at-
so special about this
Yeah,
pendant?
what was that pendant? I didn't understand where it came from. She just handed it over and she just...
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was
That's
worried that
probably
something
Alice.
bad might happen to me. So, she wanted me to have something that can store power to protect myself with. I finally got it all fully charged up with Kuvaki, and then Nefer went and used it all up at once! Never lost so big in my life!
That was a little slow.
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki in the pendant, but I'll make it up to you.
You will? Well, in that case, how about you give me your chess set?
I think
and
that'll
we
go
call
over
it
like...
even.
I think that'll go over like a lip balloon. No.
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it. In fact, take it now, and I'll even throw in a free Rerir of Solnari. Deal?
You're putting me in a difficult position here.
It's a very useful thing to have around, but I have a funny feeling it won't be around much longer. I guess we'll see in a couple of days.
Looks like bankruptcy for me.
Oh, come on, Dory.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know. You might find a new business opportunity on the other side.
Okay. Okay, so Traveler is going to do the runaround. For presentation and story, Traveler is going to run around and check things out. So, all right, let's talk to Dory.
Dory, how are things going? Feeling ready? Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think Lord Sangama Bay would let an opportunity like this slip by? Don't forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the goods on hand get to charge the highest price of all. Even higher than the sellers taking advance orders. Ta-da! See? It's right here!
What the heck is that?
Ah, it's so pretty! Did you make it?
I had no idea you were so skilled with your...
No, I have a supplier. We go way back, so he made me a very attractive offer. Aha! No wonder you were talking about lucky charms at the meeting. You've been getting Kaveh to make them for you.
Okay.
That's not the full story.
But that would make
It
sense.
actually started a while back as a project between me and the Dendro Archon.
Oh.
Mage Alice once warned me that this world won't stay safe forever. There may come a day when everyone faces a great crisis.
Okay.
I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and she secretly brought together a research team made up of Sumeru's top scholars to invent a technology that could keep people safe. I won't go into the details because it's all very complicated, but if you want to know more, you can ask the Dendro Archon about it sometime.
Okay.
Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kaveh to build this little contraption. As one of the top Kashara War talents, he was the obvious choice. Took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone through at least a dozen designs before producing a final product. But that's Kaveh for you.
Yes. That's Kaveh for you.
Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a letter from Kaveh. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? And what's your proposed use case? Has it been approved by the relevant authorities?
Sounds like an engineer.
So nosy.
A designer.
My fault for sending him the research permit to begin with.
Surely Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous because you're always so secretive about your business.
Could be, could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's hope there never has to be a use case, because it would involve grave danger.
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious. He probably felt responsible as the one who made it.
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Not sure why, though. His housemate doesn't seem to really care that much about this kind of stuff.
Ooh. Oh, Hatham is
Either way,
poking
all's
around.
well that
He
ends well. I'm
senses some
just glad to
information.
finally have my hands on the product. I wouldn't want to be without it, given the potential dangers that lie ahead. Huh?
Make it,
What
make
does
her,
that look
make the
mean?
eyes bulge out of the head.
Paimon's just super surprised. This must be the first time we've ever seen you actually get serious about something.
This is not the Lord Sangama Bay we were used to.
Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised that I was gonna live every day of my life with a big beaming smile. Obviously, Mora plays a big part in that. But there are always gonna be times in life when you have to give something back. That could mean paying back a debt, returning a favor, or showing some kindness. Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was the first investor I ever had. And I want my investors to know that Lord Sangama Bay is the best in the business.
Okay.
And more than that, no one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happens, I want to make sure the Dendro Archon and all of Sumeru is prepared to face whatever comes.
So back to the pendant. You never intended to ask for it back, did you?
Oh, that? I was just making sure Nefer and I are square. Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. I'm no saint, so don't treat me like something I'm not. My priority is doing the business that I want to do. So long as my conscience lets me, but it usually does. That's the Lord Sangama Bay business model.
Okay.
All right, if you say so.
I do say so, and that's the whole point. I'm a businesswoman. Don't go trying to figure out what kind of person I am. You'll exhaust yourself. Much easier for everyone involved if you just take my word for it.
Okay.
Oh, and could you two help me get this stuff where it needs to be? Thanks so much. You're my favorite assistants.
Okay. Okay, back on Hisi Island. What are those two up to? Oh. Oh, is it gonna... Something loaded. Here we go.
Traveler, Paimon, it's good to see you.
Everything going smoothly over here?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, Varka, Diren, and I captured some abyssal creatures from the Wild Hunt.
Okay.
Per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures. The process went very smoothly. The findings, however, come with some troubling implications.
Uh-oh.
What? You can actually dissect the Wild Hunt?
Well, maybe dissect is the wrong word.
That depends on your definition of Wild Hunt and dissection.
Harmless, lifeless. These words are accurate descriptions.
The Wild Hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to a human personality. But taken as a collective, the medium through which the Wild Hunt is summoned does appear to have a soul. Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptotire, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the foul Certology. But she barely mentioned Rerir at all.
Hang on. Sorry about that.
I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to hear her thoughts on the nature of the life form he has become today.
Yeah, it's an interesting phenomena, and in of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to a human personality. So it's kind of like a hive, a zombie hive. I don't know. Master griped a lot about the wise helped. It seemed somewhat fascinated with the foul. I wonder if it's. I just wonder, yeah, in their circle of friends, didn't seem to interact with the other two, because those two were off doing academic stuff. One was running the university. Raptor was running the university. Asking Ryan Daughter for
It's a
her opinion
strange
on stuff
mix.
would be interesting.
The furious energy of an
I don't
abyssal
know if we
being
should trust her,
channeled
but
through a
that's
fractured physical existence. A consequence of being torn apart by an unknown power. Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is that he sacrificed a degree of individuality in exchange for a continued existence.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting research, I have a tendency to go on indefinitely. Back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. Rerir's corpse is completely contaminated by the Abyss, and the effects are irreversible.
Okay.
You could think of this as Rerir in mutated form. But in my view, even that would be inaccurate. In reality, his whole being has been consumed by the Abyss. In other words, he is now nothing more than a manifestation of abyssal power.
Okay.
Unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating abyssal power. Hence, we cannot fundamentally destroy the Rerir of Solnari either.
Yeah. I suppose that's just throwing elemental power.
That's
It's not
terrible
gonna.
news. So, that's it? We can't defeat him? Not even if we get the power of the Three Moons?
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept her presence. It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted. It means she spends most of her energy just on her own survival.
Given the circumstances, it's only natural to despair. But we must see this plan through to the end.
Okay.
Time to kick off the backup plan.
Okay. Well, it's good they had a backup plan.
Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked us to bring it.
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making the trip. Durin and I will be heading off shortly.
I wonder what it is. I wonder if it's a teleport.
I'm sorry
see.
I won't be there to protect you in person this time. Please be careful.
I wonder if it's a teleporter or a way to open
All
a
right
portal.
then. Stay safe.
Just guesses. I'm not 100% sure. Alright, can't goof off on this. Gotta stay focused. Can't get distracted by shiny things. Okay, let's see here.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hands, Grandmaster Varka. Please keep them safe.
My lady. What are you saying?
Within the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis the world has ever seen. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear. But I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act. I must do what I think is right. For me, That means fighting for the future of Nodcry. This gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas. In my absence, please follow his lead.
Hey, everyone. Guess I should introduce myself. Well, to start with, I know my way around a battlefield.
Okay. Kind of awkward.
The biggest strengths are honesty and hard workingness. Anyway, point is, I don't intend to let Lauma down. I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep every last one of you safe and sound.
Okay. Heading over to the Frostmoon Enclave. Oh. 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 Where did this thing come from?
Be silent. Close your eyes.
I don't want to fall. Alright. Which reminds me, I'm close to maximum on artifacts, so I gotta keep raising. Elemental map. Okay. Attack percentage. Actually. Okay, yeah, this is definitely better than what I got. One of these days, I just need to run the strong box. Just to burn a lot of, because I have a ton of 4-star or 5-star artifacts that aren't good, but I just don't have the time to. And sometimes the Mora to do all this, to do all that kind of refining and farming. Okay, Dainsleif, what's going on?
Something on your mind?
Miss
This is kind of a curious
Columbina,
pair.
was it? I believe that's how the others addressed you.
That's right. Names are funny things. Have you always been called Dainsleif?
Yes. I take it your own name has a more complicated history.
Something
I
like
have
that.
a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure that Columbina is my name. At least, not in the same way that Dainsleif is yours. But it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I get so used to things that I forget to question why they are so. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people. Maybe something's wrong with me.
No. For a lot of people, they don't pick their names. That doesn't mean to
You're different from other people. I sensed it the first time we met.
You're more perceptive than most. I'm sure your long life and rich range of experience explains that. Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr. Dainsleif?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. Other times I'm lying on the ground, defeated. I don't recall any happy moments from that time. It has been too long.
Well, it can't be true.
Is that because hatred survives longer than love and affection?
That can't be true. There must have been something
That
kept
would
you
not be for me to say.
okay and happy for a while.
I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. But whatever the reason, I remember little that was beautiful or sentimental.
I make no excuses for the grudges.
Thank you for your help with the Rerir situation. Without your efforts, I never could have learned the hidden truth of his story.
You're welcome. I know he's your friend.
Friend? He betrayed me. And I never really understood what he was going through in life. Some friendship, that is.
Well, sometimes that happens. He was
Okay.
keeping secrets.
So, do you plan to fight him with us? You see, you're torn. Now you know what really happened. You see the things he's done in a new light.
I need some time.
Of course. I completely understand. Anyone else in your position would feel conflicted too. Actually, I went through something similar myself recently. Something happened that changed my perspective on a situation. A situation I took for granted at the time, but now I feel very grateful for it.
Really?
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you've left the Fatui?
Yes.
Okay.
I always
That's
thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. But then I abandoned them. A warrant was even put out for my arrest. And even now, they still support me. Which means I was wrong about them all along.
Clearly, they view you as a friend.
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing her help for what it was, and not treasuring it. I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Hopefully, talking about it will do us both some good. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are over there? I think they've been listening.
Huh. Shall we say hello?
Sure. Hello.
Okay.
They caught us!
Sorry, we're just concerned about you.
I apologize for making you worry.
Oh.
No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down the Rerir of Solnari. I'm afraid I need a little time, but I will seriously consider joining you.
You will? Oh, thank you so much! Everyone will be so grateful to hear that!
They needn't be. This was something that I was going to have to face up to eventually.
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful to you regardless.
It is interesting to note that 6 of them went to the palace that night in that pivotal moment. And 5 of those 6 are sinners. Why was not... What happened with Dainsleif? Did he literally just reject it, or was he never a candidate? It's interesting. That's an interesting detail.
You can't
He
control
just
their
didn't do
gratitude,
it.
so just accept it. And then, have a think about whether you're willing to join us.
Okay, the next group.
It's nearly showtime! Let's go rendezvous with the others. You know the place.
Alright, back to here. Hello, Flins. Meet Flins.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Flins! Been waiting here long?
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have some time to think.
Are you nervous about the battle?
Quite the opposite. I'm reminiscing on my past battles. When I was awakened by the Ratniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years. I felt like the battlefield was not where I belonged. But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, I came to realize something. A life of absolute peace is simply not a possibility for me.
Okay.
My restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me, there is a deep yearning to root out the evil in this world.
Interesting.
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, it was hardly ideal. But it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join forces with you in this endeavor.
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Okay, Lauma's
Did you
here.
sleep okay last night?
I struggled to settle down at first because of the nerves. But don't worry. I got enough sleep in the end. I'll be just fine.
Thanks for everything.
Please, I'm just doing my part.
Never! Over here!
Okay. We got the motley crew. The goods have been delivered.
Aino asked me to relay a message. She said Anefa will be on high alert and keep a close watch over all secondary districts where defense is required, providing support as necessary. Meanwhile, Aino herself will provide range support to us directly, using her latest invention.
What is her latest invention?
Excellent. My thanks to all involved.
Oh, the box. The chest box is getting upset. It's a little
The
angry.
chest set's looking a little unstable.
I hope it doesn't break.
It won't hold him much longer. We should be prepared to engage at a moment's notice.
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make the first move while we still have the option.
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, Traveler!
I will.
All right. More lines for the traveler.
Everyone, take your positions as soon as the battle starts. Every ounce of strength we have in our bones, let us bring to this fight.
Ready?
Let's go.
Okay.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own demise.
Yeah, if you say so.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
Oh, that's a spooky scene. Oh, this is pause.
Stay on your toes.
Yep, you too.
Dead meat!
Can't hide the truth.
Let me help you guys!
Moonlight! Crazy! Hunt them down! Pathetic!
Leave this place.
Be silent. Fear the dark.
Hunt them
No more
down!
lies. Seek within.
Futile!
It all adds up. It all falls into place.
Moonlight betrays you. Move! Hunt them down!
Yikes.
Moonlight
Forest,
betrays
protect us. By the frost moon of old.
Pathetic! Night falls. The moonlight betrays you.
Leave this place.
Observe. Be silent. Fear the dark.
It began with the moon, and so shall it end.
The moon will protect you.
Okay, what? Okay, what am I looking for? Where's Llama?
Praise you.
Are you quite finished? Steady now.
Do you see now? From here, when will it be as you foretold?
Spirit is not welcome here.
Still first. You poor lost lamb.
The mystery unravels.
Be silent. Beware the creatures of the night. Observe.
Futile!
Steady now. Do you fear the dark?
Moonlight! Pathetic, hunt him down!
Forest, protect us.
No more love.
Close your eyes. Are you quite finished?
Futile!
With one heart, we pray.
Down! Hunt him down! Move!
Observe. Cloak.
Pathetic!
Keep your two dust.
You poor lost lamb.
The moonlight betrays you.
Water jet!
Hunt him down!
Leave this place.
Seek within.
Futile! Hunt him down!
Can't hide the truth.
Move!
Forest,
Moonlight
protect you.
betrays you. Your little game of heroics is over. Move! Who wants to go first?
Okay.
Get
This is
out
definitely a
of
boss
my
fight.
sight!
It's a little more
No!
Death is
We've been
within my
separated.
grasp!
You okay?
Nepper, where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't like us.
I told you before, knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for.
Lala, can you hear me?
Hide! Silence!
Voices are gone. But at least I know they're still there. I need to focus. Stick to the plan. Remember my most important task. If I can stall him for long enough, the moment will come.
It all adds up. The mystery unravels.
Run!
Can't hide the truth.
Hide!
Let's see what you're made of. No more lies. Seek within. It all falls into place.
This is pretty hard. Uniquely hard to fight water.
Wipe out!
I wish never had.
Let's see what you're made of.
No idea. Sort the Kuvaki, whatever. I don't understand. Oh. Okay, there's one.
I've got this. The shield's broken. I can't keep this up.
Don't push your luck.
How much power will it take?
Come on.
Go!
The deception ends here. Can't hide the truth. It all falls into place.
Run, nowhere to hide.
No more lies. Time to come clean. The mystery unravels.
She does hit hard.
Go!
That's a big whiff.
It all adds up. Let's see what you're made of.
Destroyed. Reborn.
Go! Bombs away!
Ah.
Seek within. Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
Go! Wipe out!
The deception ends here. Can't hide the truth. Time to come clean. No more lies.
And this again. Here's the last one.
There's no other way.
Okay, she's gonna pull a trick out. Let's go this way hole. Okay.
The only way to defeat Rerir is to borrow his own power.
Columbina is like in a funny position here.
That means Columbina will have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his attacks. You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused on killing the two of you.
Okay, so now I'm wondering if the plan is to literally dump him somewhere. If Columbina before said she can open a gate, but she can't keep it open. So how do they solve that problem? Do they ask the Fatui for help? Let's see. Oh, this doesn't look good.
Never! Your eyes are bleeding.
Soon you will be powerless to resist. And then, I will reduce you to dust.
But that dust will plague your memories. Come on. Keep holding on.
Oh, this is getting dark again.
Any other tricks up your sleeve? Let's see them. As entertaining as they are, you've backed yourself into a corner.
You don't fool me. I see your fear clear as day. I have to stoke his rage. Make him unleash everything. You fear what you could never defeat. You fear the thought of never being able to save your beloved. You cannot win the fight against fate, Rerir.
Is that what you think? Well, now it's your turn to feel afraid!
Okay, cutscene. Let's see.
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you!
Is this Loma? Is he taking all the coupons?
Happening? That power. I've seen it before.
Oh. Go Albedo. Oh, it's like a combination of things.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
Okay.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long.
Well, that's an interesting take. I think.
Can you see?
But Durin having abyssal power is not unexpected.
So, we have a student of Gold Rheindotter in our midst.
Ooh, he does.
about
He's not
that?
completely lost it. He definitely recognizes it. What are you gonna do about it? Definitely is a bigger, better fighting colony.
You use my own power against me?
Just
why not?
like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Yeah, this looks familiar. Finding. There's the gate. What's the play?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open.
I don't, but someone else does.
Oh, Dane did help. That's neat.
Goodbye, Rerir.
Goodbye. Hey, they did it.
We won.
We won? Well, hopefully that didn't hurt anybody. It didn't hurt. Haha. Okay, that was fun. That was an interesting harder than normal, harder than what I usually expect inside of Genshin fight. A lot of technical stuff you need to do. Make sure you're balancing things. Your healing is limited, so. Ouch.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine. Apart from the blindness, of course.
What? Oh.
It's not too late.
Let me handle it.
Okay, Lauma can heal, so. Oh, she's gonna use some of her blood to heal. This is something she's done before.
Miss Nefer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most reckless thing I've ever seen you do.
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake. We had to do something.
Okay.
Even so. Okay. I guess you're right. Under the circumstances, it was a wise decision. You traded your eyes for an incredible victory. In business terms, I suppose that's a huge return on investment.
Mm.
I'd be hard-pressed to argue otherwise.
Still, I don't like this outcome, and I don't want you to lose your sight for good.
Okay.
People suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make. Whether that means faith, strength, or in this case, your ability to even see. I had hoped you could win without sacrificing so much as a single hair on your head.
Okay.
Thank you. Really.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. Until then, please follow your recovery plan to the letter. I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, just get yourself home, relax, and rest.
No, escort. That's all.
My dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular victory. A dark cloud has been lifted from the skies of Nodcry. All in this land will be grateful for what you have done.
The moon will remember this day. Thank you both. There's something I want to let you know.
Okay.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything they felt. And since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now too.
Oh. Okay, that's unusual. I didn't expect that.
Hold on. Let me try.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage. I just thought I should tell you.
Okay, that's an interesting wrinkle. Not a twist, but a wrinkle.
You're right. There's no damage. That's a relief. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kutar share something like this with me. In the past, you never used to open up about yourself.
Things are a little different now from how they were. I'm learning to share how I truly feel with my friends.
Friends. You have no idea how glad I am to hear that.
At least from her, yes. Although fighting as Traveler Hydro is kind of wonky. It's like one of the weakest Traveler ability sets offered, so. But I guess in that, especially paired with, especially in a fight, if you're only paired with Dendro or Nefer, then you gotta have Hydro, because it's like, well, maybe you could probably get, yeah. Especially you needed the lunar.
How you
Lunar
feeling?
reaction.
Any
Lunar
aches
bloom.
and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing all right, Paimon. No need to worry about me.
Phew. Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages. You slept a whole day and night. Poor Paimon had to eat all by her lonesome.
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How was the food?
Okay.
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to share it. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self. She couldn't enjoy the food and settle down to sleep.
Okay.
Well, I'm back to normal now.
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Varker and the others are organizing a victory feast and they want to celebrate with you. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so guess you won't be needing those. If you're feeling up to it, let's head over now. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting.
Okay. Oh, that's what it was moving up and down, the robot in the corner. Okay, let's check it out. Nostalgic Traveler. Okay, what's this party?
We're here!
Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're holding this victory feast without you any longer, and we would have postponed it till tomorrow.
How are you feeling today?
Much better, thanks.
Oh.
Don't worry about me.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know. Happy to check you over at any time.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just let us know.
Oh wait! Where's Never?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
There's Varka. Okay, let's go. Take a quick look around the... There's Dane. I'm gonna take a chance.
I see you've recovered.
You bet! Snoozed her way to a full recovery.
I'm doing much better.
Glad to hear it. A healthy body is paramount. Nothing else in life is possible without it. So take it slow. You can't afford an injury.
So grateful you decided to help us.
Paimon too! You really saved the day when you swooped in to open that gateway.
I came to accept that although Rerir was my friend in the past, here and now, he was an enemy that must be defeated. Though I will never fully understand what happened between us, I could not let this crisis deepen any further.
Yeah.
We fought a very necessary battle, and you played your part admirably.
Thank you. I know it was hard, but you'll get through this.
And if you ever need to talk, just remember, we're always here.
I'll do that.
Okay. Might as well chat with Dory before I go.
Hello, you.
Chat with everybody before we
Recovered
go.
from the battle? Come on, what do you mean? Of course I'm gonna ask. I care about my friend's well-being, and we are friends, aren't we? Get
Something
yourself
like
a
that.
drink. You've more than earned it. In fact, today your drinks are on me. Lord Sangama Bay's got you covered.
Okay.
Wow, really? What about Paimon? Has she earned it too? Has she? Please?
Well, you haven't been through quite as much as the Traveler, but... what the heck, sure.
Okay. I guess Dory's in a good mood.
Hey! Wow! Drinks on Dory! What a historic day.
It is.
Hey, keep your voice down, or everyone else is gonna want in too. Have you heard anything I've been saying recently? Doing business in Nodcry has been an absolute nightmare.
Oh,
If I'm buying for everyone, I'll...
Okay. Paimon will speak more quietly. Jeez.
That's more like it. Don't you forget, Lord Sangama Bay doesn't just go around buying drinks for anyone and everyone.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Yehuda, talk to me. Or are they just gonna repeat the scene? Okay.
We're here!
Just let this play then.
Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're holding this victory feast without you any longer, and we would have postponed it till tomorrow.
How are you feeling today?
Much better, thanks. Don't worry about me.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know. Happy to check you over at any time.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just let us know.
Oh wait! Where's Never?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Okay. Well, there's one more person to talk to.
For starters,
Let's talk to Farka.
I thought of 1,000 ways to congratulate you, but now you're here, words are failing me.
The honorary knight stuns them speechless once again.
Okay.
Well said. The honorary knight showed us all how it's done. The other knights told me that Mondstadt was the first stop on your journey. All of us are truly delighted to count you as our friend. I'd like to thank you for supporting the Knights of Favonius, and also for helping us save Nodcry.
Don't mention it, Grandmaster.
Nonsense. Of course I'm gonna mention it. This is more than just business. It's a relationship. And there can be no relationship without showing gratitude where it's due.
Okay. It's kind of straightforward. Dorky and straightforward. Alright, Nefer. Let's talk to Nefer.
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well?
Much better, thanks to good rest. You
Turns
look
out
well
that
too.
moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple days rest. I can actually open them again now.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lauma says not to strain your eyes while they're still healing.
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you for a moment? I could do with an extra pair of hands.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Coming. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second. You guys chat among yourselves. I'll grab us some drinks on the way back. Paimon, you still like 'em sweet?
You bet. Make it extra sweet, because Paimon's earned it.
Sure thing.
Okay, Paimon. But do it anyway, but still. Okay, Paimon. Okay, Nefer. Why so serious? Why are you serious now?
The Rerir of Solnari. Kind of a snake, don't you think?
More of a wolf in my mind.
No, definitely a snake. A poisonous one who spewed his venomous hatred everywhere. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say.
Guess he didn't like seeing people go down the path.
Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted perspective to your ears. But me? I think hatred is a perfectly justifiable emotion.
I guess that's just how Nefer is. You can't. And it's not like she's not right about it. She doesn't have valid reasons for thinking that way.
What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? Something's gotta fuel that drive to keep on living.
When I look at your life, I see a lot of things that you can depend on.
If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. I'm not someone who gets stuck in the past. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. He was just a fool. That's why the Academia turned their back on him. And why the other tribes ganged up on him.
Okay, well that's... I suppose that's a little bit of a growth moment, but yeah. He wasn't a liar, he was just wrong.
Oh, father. How much better things could have been if you were a skilled liar.
Yeah, in fact, if Nefer's vision showed anything, if he would have just lied a bit better, just like she does, she could have handled, or the tribe
Look
would
at
be
the
alive.
Ibis King.
Anyway.
Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strangely, he feels more like a father to me than my real dad ever was. He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth? while at the same time training me in the art of deception.
Sadly, I've never heard the Ibis King's voice. What's he actually like?
Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. He promised that he'd have his freedom if he could find the answers. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become his envoy and search for one of the answers on his behalf.
Oh, okay. Now this is interesting. So the Ibis King is still alive and locked up somewhere and needs Nefer to find answers.
Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return what he gave to me.
You definitely sound like father and daughter. That is a good point. If the Ibis King is a big liar, why would you believe that story or do anything? Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting theme. So how do you... Well, I guess the safest play... Yeah, how do you advance in that? I guess the safest play is to do nothing. Ignore the quest or quest and just go on. If he's locked up down there and you don't do anything, then nothing changes. But unfortunately, you have the question in your head, or the whatever. There are 3 riddles, and to get out, you need to solve them. So I wonder if just knowing the question and thinking about the answer is a problem. But see that later.
So that's enough for you to decide he's nice, is it?
No.
He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided to perform some good deeds to win people's approval.
Well, that happens.
He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir any different? You can't work as a spy your whole life and expect a happy ending. It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. Liars live in the darkness of their own making, but it's still human nature to want to go on living. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Oh, really? Well, it takes a very kind person to find compassion even for liars.
Well, I don't necessarily know about that. Particularly in Traveler's case, Traveler isn't the usual person. At some point, Traveler can probably leave. Assuming things go well, Traveler can just leave. So just looking at the situation, it's like...
If you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing. Because all they care about is themselves.
Nah, I don't know if I believe you're like that.
For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go sharing the news around. Stops other people trying to steal it from me. So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Wow, is that what it looks like?
What it looks like is you're starting to see us as your friend.
Well, you all know my past now. And I can't simply eliminate everyone who knows too much. So I guess I just have to put up with you. For the foreseeable future, at least. When you find yourself in a situation you can't control, the safest play is to keep calm and start monitoring everyone involved like a hawk. In the intelligence world, you need to have a sense of perspective and play your hand accordingly. If you understand what's at stake, please ensure my secret is safe with you. I trust you'll respect my wishes as a friend. But don't forget, I will also be watching you like a hawk.
Well, this also is another theme that follows the Traveler around. They observe things and essentially remember very special. The Traveler observes very special things and will remember, even if the world Does not or cannot.
Oh, wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, Paimon suddenly remembered something. After all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed up even once.
That's a good point. Okay, that's kind of a funny thing to say at the end, but...
Huh?
Huh?
Am I imagining things?
Okay, what was that? What was that?
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to recently?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco 2 than him. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a while. I wonder if...
Who's he?
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. But I somehow doubt that's what's going on. He won't lie low forever. So we'd better stay on guard.
So just thinking back to the preview trailer, one of the few he's we still haven't seen yet is Wanderer. There's a big hole. Okay, so There's Nefer, Bartender, Barca, and the crew.
Here's the thing.
I'm sorry. Okay, well, let's go listen to what these guys have to say.
Either way, I'd be happy to oblige. How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you start to take a turn for the worse, make sure you tell me right away.
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean, I barely did anything, so...
What? You're too humble, young man.
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Nodcry. We can't thank you enough for your support. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The best thing is to accept it calmly and with grace. It's important to learn how to respond to words of admiration.
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you worked flawlessly at lightning speed to get the job done.
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin played a big part in forming the alchemical array.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to take a compliment.
Okay, yeah. I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle. No point denying that.
Hey, you guys!
Seriously, great work, everyone. I'll update you.
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, Traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any more medication.
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now? You've sure learned a lot recently.
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy. Don't worry, I'll blend into society yet.
Paimon believes it. You're clearly a fast learner, just like your brother. To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the details when you first explained the plan to us.
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp the principle and how the process works.
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us the idea of stealing his power to turn it against him.
Yeah.
When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's best not to engage them in battle. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him,
That's interesting.
we decided to help Columbina get strong enough to at least stand up to him in a fight.
That's an interesting pose. See, I love all the advancements in the engine, the technology in the engine.
For this to work,
More
we had
advanced,
to
but
analyze his
different
modes of
poses,
attack,
special poses.
confirm who his main target was, and make sure that he wouldn't go beyond the range of the alchemical array. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact of the battle, we identified one location in particular as the ideal spot, which is where the confrontation took place. The alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power, then Durin processed it to render it usable by Columbina. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been nigh on impossible.
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed to join us. Given his history with Rerir, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for the decision he made.
Confronting a former friend in battle, that can't be easy.
It must have been a painful choice to make. But I'm sure that making a decision was far better for him than staying in limbo.
Absolutely. He was torn between 2 paths, but in the end, he made his choice and stuck to it resolutely. He doesn't strike me as the sort of person who'd stay trapped in limbo for long.
He's very old. If he had that nature,
Anyway,
he'd probably be
however you cut it, everyone gave a stellar
wonky,
performance.
insane.
And now, it's time to kick back and celebrate.
Okay. Okay.
You're here to sign up with the Fatui.
Okay. I do also like that too, where characters have specific interactions with specific things. So, characters have specific interactions with NPCs. So.
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. How lovely to see you. I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous help. Would I be right in thinking that it was developed by the Academia?
Why come and ask me when you clearly know already?
I mostly came to thank you.
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right, and you might even stand a chance of becoming my long-term supplier.
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as yourself would be a great honor for the Curatorium.
Huh? Charitable?
Charitable.
Who said anything about charity? First time hearing about it.
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in Nodcry, your desert interests, and...
Stop! What do you think you're doing? Exposing my investment history!
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments. And some of the land you purchased was with the intent of building a sanctuary? Yes, I heard about that too.
How did you...
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay. You don't like people finding out about your good deeds, do you? But I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps, where there's a will, there's a way.
I mean, if Dory should have picked up on this now, she clearly has a way to look up secrets or find out things you're keeping hidden, so... Especially in a world like this, it's like she's got some trick or some technique. That's what she should be thinking.
You did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, it might at least get some use in an emergency. Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. I've lost family to a disaster before, and I don't want to lose any friends or business partners if I can help it. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. Somewhere with
Oh.
plenty of food, water, and medicine. Where everyone could live happy lives. It was something I looked into. But after discussing things with the Dendro Archon, I decided on a more effective strategy.
Oh, really?
The tech people handled the tech, and Moneybags provided the Mora. It just made the most sense.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that you view everything in terms of Mora, and all you care about is growing your own wealth.
So, what's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be rich. It's human nature. So yes, I love Mora, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
But surely you have dreams of your own beyond just making Mora.
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest in other people's dreams. And, you know, make a nice little slice for myself along the way.
Okay, that's an interesting tactic. He's like a venture capitalist.
Thinking about it makes me happy. That sweet, sweet sound of Mora.
Thank you.
For the device?
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just returning a favor. Don't worry about it.
Seems like we've
Don't say
both
that.
been away from home for a very long time.
Yeah. So long that I barely remember what my family even looked like.
That would be your mother, father, and sister?
Yeah, though it's been years since my sister passed away.
Getting some character details. That's
It's
always
not like
good to
I
see.
want to forget
or
them,
hear.
obviously, but memory can be even more ruthless than the most calculating business person. Beyond a certain point, if something isn't helping you, it just gets rid of it. My sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely, her face is fading from my mind's eye. It's become a vague impression.
Not everything will fade. When loved ones pass away, the beautiful memories are the ones that last the longest.
Yeah, that's true. If you ask me, that's the one silver lining in all of it.
Well, that, plus, I'm sure that life is much better now than it was back then.
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora, a big beautiful house, business is booming, and I'm as happy as can be. You've got a lot going for you too. Boss of the Curatorium of Secrets? I'm sure there's plenty of Mora to be made in that line of work.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Okay.
That's the only reason you're here.
Okay, back to the tea party.
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that you, me, and Arlecchino should be friends. I think this is very important. So I felt I had to come and tell you.
Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all, you can leave now.
Hey. Don't be like
Do
that.
you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down.
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point?
Polonia, please see Lady Columbina to the door.
Will you still invite me to your next tea party?
Yes,
What?
she is.
Yes.
Marionette definitely
think
is
you will.
Cinderace.
Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
And Columbina's like got the perfect attitude to counter that. It's like, okay, I'll do what you say. I'm good. I wondered if we were gonna have a conversation on this
Last time
side.
the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time?
Ugh.
We just wanted to, see how you were doing now that it's all over.
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Rerir of Solnari would be able to lay so much as a finger upon me, given how prepared I was.
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh?
I spy books and teacups on the table. Afternoon tea. Super run.
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor before you managed to kill my appetite.
Hey.
If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. Otherwise, it's going to waste. My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this notebook instead.
Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook. Look at all those calculations.
You can ignore those. They're just dumb scribblings.
What?
I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine the far-flung future.
Okay.
And other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Some people do the crosswords in the newspaper. This is my equivalent of that. Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my favorite. If nothing else, it's already set in stone, so I don't have to rack my brains trying to figure it all out.
Okay.
Huh. Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is
Guillotine.
probably that guy they call Lord Artificer.
Elaine Guillotine.
Who else? Pretty much all the mecha and Fontaine are his personal handiwork.
Wait, are you saying you know him? Like, personally? As a friend?
Well, this makes me wonder.
I mean, I guess we were friendly enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that makes me wonder, are you a machine?
Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who knew him at all. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, he asked me to destroy all his manuscripts. I honored his request, but I did read through everything first before destroying them.
Yeah, that's wise.
I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappear like that. Would have been such a waste.
So, that's where the formulas in your notebook are from?
I mean, that is curious that she decided to hand. Here's some very important historical papers to put your tea on.
I just told you, those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formulas that I solve for fun when I'm bored.
Okay.
Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formulas in my notebook are just silly little riddles in comparison. Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't going to hurt anyone. Except me, because I lose a few brain cells in the process. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and his friends.
Don't we already know what
Alain
happened to him?
Guillotin had two close buddies.
Yeah, Renee and
Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Nazissenkreuz Institute.
Yeah, this was definitely a thing. Okay. Wish there was a way to browse these pictures.
They
as
were
she
all
discovered
quite
them.
competitive, so there was some rivalry between them. But it was a friendly rivalry. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper, a sense of nostalgia for the past. Unfortunately, childhood would end, the prophecy would come true, the apocalypse would arrive, and the future would never be.
Yeah, now that I look at this picture, that definitely looks like Marionette.
A mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics begin to take root in their hearts. A dream of saving the world. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have ended up as something for them to joke about in their older years. But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full power of their intellect, and it grew into something that ate away at their souls.
Yeah.
The first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve and parted ways with Renee.
If I remember correctly, that didn't work either.
Complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of their friendship. But when he told me about what happened, I could tell he still had some suspicions about Renee's motives. Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to change the tide of fate only resulted in a wave that swallowed up the world, even before the apocalypse came.
Yeah.
And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more.
Yeah. I beat this thing up a hell of a lot.
But I'm told that the
So.
attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, Renee awoke from his deluded dream. Though of course by then it was far too late.
Yeah, I forgot which character needed all the Ascension materials from the Tulpa, but the Hydra Tulpa, but I beat that thing up a lot.
What do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve the lofty goal of saving the world? Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc on the lives of everyone around him as he pursued his delusional dream? Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective.
Yeah, I think the sensible is like, I don't know.
What a cop-out. But I suspect you'd have a more incisive and insightful answer if we dug into it further.
Yeah, what is your
I
take?
don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I like fools who let their delusions take control.
Wait a minute, aren't you a fanatic who lives for their ideology?
Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. But he had a sage-like intellect. And still managed to get himself lost in the labyrinth of his own desires. Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guillotin, the Lord Artificer.
This is kind of a weird, or I don't want to say weird is not the right word. This is definitely an interesting way to do a lore dump instead of just
He
sticking it in
managed to
books
put a
off
stop to
somewhere.
the first storm whipped up by Renee. But after that, Alain lost his friends and family. To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic accident. It's not like Alain sacrificed them for his cause or anything. After that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had dragged his closest friend down to the abyss. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject any form of transcendental knowledge or power. He was suspicious and fearful of it, having seen the way it had affected his closest friend.
He's probably right.
I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human intellect were the only thing that gave him a sense of spiritual comfort. Yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. It barely left him space to breathe in his lifetime. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. The Nazissenkreuz Institute needed someone, and a human being, to see its story through to the end. He quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a formative role in his childhood, but which he barely touched in his adult life. He told me that the director of the Nazissenkreuz Institute used to read those fairy tales to the children as bedtime stories. Apparently, they worked wonders at sending kids off to sleep. I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being plagued by depression. By that point, nothing else really mattered. At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Nazissenkreuz Institute orphanage, while the Fontaine Research Institute he had founded continued tirelessly with its work. Many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again cause a rift, this time between members of the Fontaine Research Institute. But the actions of those fools had nothing at all to do with Alain. And that is the story of two people from the Nazissenkreuz Institute who both wanted to save the world. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation without ever looking back, and ended up calmly sinking to the bottom of the deepest sea. The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life, even though he wasn't sure where he was going. I do sometimes wonder, why is it that people like them have such grand hopes of saving the world?
They have nothing better to do
Even
with
the
their time.
grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. So perhaps, for each of them, their mission to save the world began with a very simple desire: to save themselves. They were young children with friends and family who mattered to them, desires to explore the meaning of life, ambitions to have a successful career. They didn't want to see all of that taken away in one fell swoop. Or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves within the chaos, to stop them getting quietly swept away by the storms of life. But instead, the search for their own salvation took them down the rocky road laid out by fate. Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world?
I mean, in the abstract, that they aren't connected. Saving yourself and saving the world are two different things. Now, it doesn't mean they don't overlap, but they can overlap. I should answer I don't know again.
Sensible answer. Glad to know you've got your head screwed on straight. Alain would disagree, though. I asked him the same question back when he was in his prime, putting all of his energy into his work. Yes, it's enough. No elaboration, just a quick, short answer before getting right back to his work. He was always that way. All right, tea time's over.
Okay.
I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I visit the House of the Hearth.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't involve interrupting me.
God, she is such a Cinderella.
Polonia, exit hibernation mode. Begin diagnostics.
And just out of curiosity, I do kind of wonder what Marionette would think of Aino. I'm sure she would do the Tsundere thing where it's like, yeah, I think she sucks, but she would secretly admire her. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm up here. It's a curious spot they put me. Yeah, this island is the one I haven't completed the most. I want to say, I believe Hisi Island is 100%. I forget what the name of the main island is, but that's like it's 5%. Alright, let me see here. I got stuff to clear. Ooh, forgot all that junk. So I did all the questing. Alright.
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Thank you, Catherine.
Ad Astra Ab...
Oh, I'm a little early on those things. Okay. Alright, let me think here. I think that's it for the moment. I'm probably gonna need to think about what I need, or what I should be packing next. Oh yeah. Get a few rewards for that. So yeah, the Archon Quest is done, so that's all good. I just need to now sit back and think,
People
what do I
ought
need to
not
tackle?
be so frightened of ghosts. They are
And it's also
merely
getting
talking
close to lunch, and
shadows,
I'm starving.
chattering away endlessly about their past.
So I guess I'm gonna take a pause here for a little bit. I'll be back later and see what I can tackle. Actually, now that I think about this. I don't see anything else. Okay, I don't think we have any new select quest chain. Okay, well, we'll see. Alright, so I'm gonna take a little break, get some launch recharge, and then come back and tackle probably a little bit more, although I'm unclear which thing to tackle. So, well, thanks for watching. If you like, please follow, subscribe, whatever. Yeah, theater. I thought about that too. Like tackle all the bigger things. I still haven't looked at Wonderland either. I'll probably do the theater a little bit later, but yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, people need food, so I gotta go. I'm starving, so thanks for watching. So yeah, I'll just wing it. I'm sure I'll just wing it when I get back later. Just depends on how my day went. Talk to you guys later. Bye.